I mean, I'm gonna be with him. I'm gonna say no, just because it is a completely different game from college. It's a lot faster.
I'm gonna tell you yes because Charles Woodson didn't, and these are the same two people to me. Charles Woodson could have easily
He has the ability to do it, but I think it's a different type of football from when Charles
how
is
many
playing
snaps is the thing?
and when he's playing.
That
could be the other thing.
He literally only missed 2 snaps against North Dakota State. Is he missing 2 snaps if he plays for, I don't know, the Packers or something in an NFL game?
Let's say Cowboys.
I think here's the thing though, the game's also a lot slower in the NFL. So it's a lot more time you got. It's a lot more calculated. You got a lot more things like TV timeouts, your play calling slower. I think you put them with the right team.
It's slower, but it's faster.
I think it's slower. And at least if you're talking about a corner and you're
slower
talking about
the NFL huddle is way more.
It's just a lot more that's incorporated into an NFL game.
The speed of the plays happening is faster.
I mean, for sure. But when you're talking about the overall game and how it's played,
Like
you have a higher up-tempo offense and where he's at now in Colorado with that offense than you'll experience, to me, in any NFL team that's going to draft him. Because realistically, this guy is a top 3 pick, right? So he's going to go to a top 3. I don't care who you are. You're taking Travis Hunter.
But what are the scouts going to tell him? Because I look at it from like a business standpoint. Because if he's balling like this in the NFL, this man is going to easily be the highest paid player to ever play in the NFL.
Of all time.
I was telling Devin, shout out Ryan Report, if he had 1,200 receiving yards and 4 interceptions a season, bro, that bag is insane. Like, he's got to make $300 million, like, long-term.
Without a doubt, because you've never seen that before. But again, the question is always going to be sustainability.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. What does Bash say? Shout out Bash. The best stability is availability. How are you going to risk having just say your best player on defense?
Yeah.
Because he won't be the best player on offense.
Where he gets drafted and who's willing to let him do that. Do they see the value in him doing it versus the risk versus reward in him doing it? There's certain teams where if you got a loaded secondary, I don't think you're going to see Travis Hunter make it in there. But then you got other teams where he could easily be the second or third best corner on the team. And in phase, he's very good. He just doesn't. I don't think he's committed to the mental side on defense the way, because he's doing so much of other stuff. But I think, could he do it? Absolutely. Where he gets drafted, I watched. Like, I could see Dan Quinn using him on both sides of the ball as a head coach.
Would be easy.
Yeah,
easy.
He played cover 3, cover 1, and then play some receiver for us. Yeah, and then he's the type of coach that would let him do it.
And you could still utilize him in dime or nickel packages.
Jaden Daniels,
you don't have to have
kind of crazy.
You don't have to have him starting. Use him in a dime or a nickel. Send him out there.
If he was, which it's not going to happen, the Cowboys aren't going to be picking there. But like a Mike McCarthy would be like, no, we're using this guy on offense.
100%.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But Zimmer may fight him for that too. You put 2 mics in a room, it's never a pretty thing, right?
But that just kind of depends. Like, he might not be selfish, because like, what if we don't? There's no need for him on the corner, but like, we need him. Like, we could be as a slot.
No, again, I'm not. It's all going to be where he gets drafted and how that team needs him. Yeah. But there's no reason. We have to see sustainability. That's going to be the thing that shows me whether or not it's feasible, because he did it last year until he got hurt, came back from the injury, still looked good playing both sides of the ball. But now you have a new season. He looked great against North Dakota State, which, again, I know people are like, oh, it's North Dakota State. This is still one of the best, if not the best, D1 FCS program of all time. This team has gone and beat much better teams in Colorado and previous years.
Ranked
Easton
teams.
Stick beat Iowa State. Carson Wentz beat
K-State.
Beat K-State, right? Yeah, I mean, we're talking about a team that people, like, they beat better teams than what we've seen from this Colorado team. You take away Travis Hunter and you take away Shedeur Sanders, I mean, their best player on that team, in my professional opinion, is Jimmy Horn Jr., the wide receiver, right? But that's the point, is these guys are making a difference, and they still beat that North Dakota State team, who I believe is going to go probably all the way to the championship in FCS this year. Mm-hmm. So I think that's a good indication of if he can sustain this. And honestly, when they play Arizona is really when I'm going to start asking questions, because he's going to be lined up against McMillan. That's when I'm going to be able to see, are you going to be able to hold it down like that?
That's the thing, is when you're in the NFL, you're playing the best of the best.
100%.
So, like, if you're playing corner,
and if he's like that too, he's going to be on.
I do think he is, though. That's what I was going to say. I was going to say he is a guy, I think, that will rise to the level of his competition.
And he's going to be playing the best receiver that every team has, and they're going to push you.
It just depends
on, are you going to have the energy to, like, do that the whole game?
Guys like Travis, pressure makes diamonds. More attention, more eyes, more competition. He's going to show up and have his best games against the best guys.
100%.
Whereas you could see a guy like Travis show up against, and not to say he has already done this because I haven't seen him do it, but show up against a lesser opponent and maybe not be as sharp that day. Just because it's that level of athletes that way. You know what I mean? It's you show up. I could see him get to the league. He's got CD on deck. He's got somebody like that. He's going to be in that. zero dark 30 mode, locked in.
Which
wanna
again,
have
you
the
throw
best
him in the
game of his
NFC East, bro. He's still facing top 10 receivers each week. CeeDee Lamb, AJ Brown,
in
Terry
today's game,
McLaurin.
dude, in
Even
today's
Devontae
game,
Smith,
if you
Exactly.
don't got
Yeah.
at least one elite receiver, you need to be fired. Like they're falling
They're
off
falling
trees.
off trees. Yeah.
Everybody plays receiver. Nobody plays running back. The best running backs are playing receiver now. Like it's not. It's just.
Yeah,
the
it
name of
really.
the
I
game.
guess. Me personally, I don't think he can. I think he can do it. I don't think he will do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
a
it just,
different question, too.
it kind of just depends on how the rest of the season plays out.
And it just comes in, like I was saying earlier, like when he goes through the combine and his pre-draft stuff, these coaches and organizations are going to be like, okay, they're going to ask him, do you want to play receiver or DB? Or they're going to tell him, if you pick both, we're not going to draft you, or we think you're better at a receiver or DB, because at the end of the day, these are still businesses, and we see how the NFL treats contracts. And like I was mentioning earlier, if he is who we think he is, and if he's highly productive on both sides of the ball, whatever franchise drafts him is going to have a humongous issue on their hand.
It also could be which side of the ball he understands better as well.
Yeah.
When they do test him.
Yeah, that's another big
No,
thing.
but we already do know that Dion. They're going to try to get them to specific spots, and I think they're going to. Like he's going to get on one of those teams.
Oh,
Like,
without a doubt.
Yeah.
He said it himself. I'm not letting these guys go nowhere I don't want them to go. And he means
people,
that.
If you don't think that's.
Yeah, and Dion has pull.
Oh, what?
Like he has pull. So like
It's Dion.
it's Dion, bro.
Come on now.
So, the other thing is we didn't really get to see it. Not to harp on this too much longer, but we also didn't get to see a full season from him last year because he did get hurt. So it's like
Lacerated his kidney
if we
against
do,
Colorado
if we
State.
do get it, if we do get a full season, we'll see more of like, will he pull a hamstring or will he less time on the field?
Yeah,
Well,
and that's the thing too, because I saw on Twitter someone was like, yeah, he already got hurt last year, and they were like, yeah, due to a dirty hit, and they were like, so you're proving my point, he still got hurt. Like that's gonna be a part of the game. Like,
Yeah.
people take their shots.
Fred
like
Warner's not nice.
yeah,
No.
like if you run across the middle, like they don't care if you're Travis Hunter. Like
No.
they're gonna
No,
they
you-
might be trying to prove a point.
Yeah,
too.
you're
They're
getting lit up.
Especially you got like CJ Gardner
Especially
Johnson,
you're a
who's
rookie.
dirty. I seen his hit last year on who did he hurt last year? TJ Hawkinson?
Who?
CJ Gardner Johnson hurt TJ Hawkinson last year.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. He went low on
He went Laporta.
No.
The tight end for the Rams.
Yes, Tyler
Yes.
Higbee.
Yes.
Tyler Higbee. Yes,
Yes.
because Matthew Stafford went up to him and was like, "Bro, that's a dirty play."
Yeah.
He was
He's-
like,
he's weak, he's weak though. Becker was lighting his ass up. He's weak. So
CD makes that boy look like Swiss cheese.
yeah,
"Cooked."
Every time.
we're gonna clip this too. I'm gonna at you. So
That's crazy.
go ahead. So going into some couple topics. One before we hit this class of 2022, I was listening to Greg McElroy earlier this week, and he brought up a topic that I really wanted to bring to y'all's attention. And obviously, with week 1, week 0, even some